Hello and welcome to the 9th of Hatha Yoga mix in a series of 10 that can be done certainly individual, or it can link them together and can be like a 10-day yoga journey or a 10-week yoga journey, or whenever you feel like it is time to tap into a mudra, a mantra, and a seal of knowledge, which is for today when we have our thumb and our index finger together for Jnana Mudra, when we pull our elbows back and take our shoulders back and stack the spine nice and even. So we have been tapping into a mudra, a mantra, and a pranayama, and then we practice our practice, and then we'll come back to our mudra, our mantra, and our pranayama at the end of our yoga sequence as well. So today we're bringing in Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. A mantra that honors the goddess of Saraswati, the goddess who brings and is very keen on bringing and educating and bringing awareness to education, to music, to reading, to learning, to making things nice and even and accessible for all beings everywhere. So today we'll do a practice of just even right and left and right and left, and coming in to a pigeon backbend if we so wish to. And pigeon kind of resembles like the swans that Saraswati, she has her swan ride that she rides on. So we'll go to that pose today by opening our hips and our shoulders and a very mobile spine. So with basic poses. This is for all levels. So thanks for being here. We'll take our thumb and our index together, pull the arms back and sit nice and tall. And we'll take the mudra, the hand seal of knowledge and education, and to quiet our mind. And we'll take a few moments just to sit together. And then we'll bring in the mantra of Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. If you'd like to join me 3 times, bringing in education, awareness, knowledge, more education, and higher learning, and opening like little pathways in our mind for something new to arrive for us with this practice today and with this mantra. We'll take a comfortable inhale. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Putting the tongue in the roof of the mouth and continuing on with 3 Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. So putting the tongue up into the roof of the mouth and letting the breath run in the back of the throat to create this nice, even ocean humming for our mind, for something to focus on. So we'll start by putting the tongue in the roof of the mouth and inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 3. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 3. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 3. And coming back to your normal breath. And And from here, we'll come onto our backs and take figure 4, supine pigeon pose. So here we are onto our backs, please. Putting the feet together, knees together, and back of the head on the mat. Press the head, adjust your shoulder blades. Take your right ankle over your left knee and take your hands underneath your hamstrings. And actively press your right ankle into your left knee, sacrum down, lower back slightly lifted. Spread your toes nice and even and hugging in the muscles to the bones so that we can plug ourselves in, and then from there extend out organically from the bones to the muscles, to the skin and beyond. One more breath here. Should be a nice feeling into that right IT band, right hip area. Exhale, switch sides. Left foot down, right foot down, and the left ankle over the right knee. And then we'll come up with our hands around your right hamstring area. Press your left ankle into your right top of the knee. Spread your toes, and maybe even push that left knee out slightly to get a good turn and rotation on your left hip socket, left hip area. Press knee into ankle, ankle into knee, and we'll stay another breath right here. Inhale and exhale. And release the hands and take your feet on each side of your mat, arms out to the side, right knee in the center, left knee out for windshield wiper, and up and over. Pull the lower belly in, extend the tailbone away from the seat, get into hip flexors, lower abdominals, arrange sacrum, and we'll do one more each side. Inhale, right knee down, left leg out to the side, and right knee out and left knee into the center. And then come back to center. And if you have a block and you like to use it for a little deeper hip flexor release, then take your block and put your sacrum on it. It works well to lay flat onto the back as well and not have anything underneath the sacrum. So you can stay right here and take your right knee in towards the chest and come to knee to chest stretch. Extend your left leg and stretch fully through that left hip flexor. Nice and even. Few more breaths right here. And switching to the second side, taking your left knee in and your right leg forward. Hug your left knee in towards the chest, extend your right leg, spread your toes nice and wide. Inhale and exhale. Really getting that right hip adductor area, the entire leg, and then slowly extend back out and take both legs forward for one big full body stretch from feet to hands, hands to feet. And then slowly bring it back in. Take your block away to the side and rolling up. And from here, come to all fours, please. And we're going to come to tabletop. Arch the spine up to the sky. Top of the head towards the mat. And inhale, upper arm bones plugs in. And exhale, hands and knees and toes down, top of the head to the mat. Arch the spine. Inhale, long spine, extend out through the top of the head, and one more, arching the belly, arching the spine, and then from here, coming in. So yeah, we're extending the spine. We're not necessarily collapsing it down, super lengthening and extending into the whole back. And then we'll come to arching the spine and taking our right arm underneath the left and come to shoulder stretch, shoulder neck stretch. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Switch to the second side. Come with your left hand underneath your right. Thread the needle pose. Inhale and exhale. We'll stay another breath right here. And gently coming all the way back up. Take your hands forward And come and tuck your toes under, come to downward facing dog. Pedal your right heel down and your left heel down. Inhale and exhale. Sending both heels towards the mat. And through the whole practice, you are welcome to put the tongue in the roof of the mouth and let the breath move nice and slow through the nostrils, through the back of the throat with that nice ocean breath sound in the back of your throat to calm the mind and bring peace and calmness to the nervous system. One more breath here, and then come up on the toes, bend your knees, come to child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, and we'll come all the way down. From here, make your way up to all fours, tuck the toes, come to downward facing dog, please, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring your feet together, take your right leg up to the horizon, externally rotate and open up into your right knee, into your right hip, spread your toes, sink your left heel down, pull the belly button in, and step your right foot between the hands, left knee down to the mat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, taking your chest forward, your arms straight up, and take it up and slightly back. Inhale and exhale, and slowly bringing it back down, hands to earth, step back, down dog, left leg up to the horizon, and then we'll externally rotate the hip, spread your toes, open up into your left quad, and sink your right heel down and get a nice amazing hamstring calf stretch at the same time. Left foot between the hands, right knee down, inhale, arms forward and up to the sky, chest forward and up, inhale and exhale, Anjaneyasana. Right side and left side. And we'll keep repeating and distributing the energy evenly throughout the body. Downward facing dog. Step your right leg up to the horizon, please, and bend your right knee, spread your toes, open your hip, knee to the sky, sink your left heel down, and step your foot between the hands. Come up into high crescent lunge, arms forward and up, squeeze your glutes, your lower abs, hug everything into the middle, and sweep the arms up and slightly up and back, lifting the heart, softening the face. Inhale and exhale, coming back to our calming breath. And exhale, release hands to earth, step back, downward facing dog, left leg up to the horizon, and then we'll open up the left knee, sink the right heel down, inhale and exhale, spread your toes, step your foot between the hands, high crescent lunge, arms forward and up, bicep to ears, lift up nice and high, calm the breath, stay nice and even, squeeze the muscles into the center, and from there organically extend out, and exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From here, step your right foot between the hands, left knee down to the mat, and the left hand comes out to the side of the mat. Nice big wide open crescent twist. Inhale and exhale, take the gaze up to the sky, and slowly bringing it back down. Hands to the inside of the foot, step back, down dog, right side and left side. Step your left foot between the hands, right knee down, right hand out to the side of your mat, left arm up, squeeze your shoulder blades down on the back, long, nice space between ears and shoulders. Come forward in the hips, tone your lower abdomen, inhale and exhale, and bring it all the way back down, step back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Continuing on with the high crescent twist, right side, left side, even right, left, organizing our body. Step your right foot between the hands. Left hand comes out to the side, right arm comes up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, shoulder blades down on the back, come up high on your back toes, and lift and twist from your tailbone all the way up to the base of the neck.
Exhale, release, hands down, step back, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot between the hands, and the right hand comes out to the side. Come up high on your back toes, squeeze the muscles in, bend your front leg 90 degrees. Shoulder blades down on the back, and noticing how we are reaching the distal parts of the body to wake all parts up. Shoulder blades down on the back. Lift the heart, the chest, and hold on to the belly at the same time. Inhale, exhale, bring it all the way back down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Om Aieem. Saraswatiye Namaha. Inhale and exhaling into the evenness of both sides. Even distribution of poses, of breath, of mind into right and left side of the body. And then we'll bind it all the way together. Step your right foot or your left foot, any of them forward between the hands so we can face each other. And continue on with hands to hips, elbows to sky, and come to standing. Prasarita, Padottanasana, all four versions. Hands to the hips, to the back, roll the shoulders up and back, take your ears back, hinge and fold. Top of the head towards the mat. Heel of the hands aligned with the heel of the feet, and then take the top of the head to either a block or to the mat. Inhale and exhale, or keep the head elevated, whichever it feels good. We're slightly bending into the back of the knees. We're pulling the inner edges of the feet towards the midline, and we'll stay for another 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale with a tongue at the roof of the mouth, and giving ourselves some nice big even distributed breaths to all parts of the body. And extending the arms, hands to hips, root the feet, come to standing, and rolling the shoulders up and back, and then we'll come into Prasarita, Padottanasana B, with the toes slightly pulled in, with the top of the head towards the mat, with the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale and exhale. Head is longingly wanting to come down towards the mat evenly from hugging in and raising the sacrum in a nice long spine. 1 more breath here, and then we root with the hands on the hips, the feet down, squeezing everything we have, and come to standing. Arms to the side for Prasarita, Padottanasana C. Hands behind, interlace, roll the shoulders up and back, and hinge and fold. Take the top of the head towards the mat. The legs should feel nice and awake by now. Even distributed the weight evenly to each foot. Maybe you raise your arms from your sacrum up and over. Top of the head towards the mat. Open shoulders, open chest. Clear the neck, the throat. Letting the breath flow evenly. Letting all parts of the body evenly participate in each and every pose. And slowly release. Hands to sacrum, hands to hips, and come back up to standing. Last one. Lift it nice and tall, and then exhale, come back down. This time around, take peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge and fold, top of the head to the mat, elbows to the side. Nice and long spine. Inhale and exhale. Few more breaths right here. We're getting to kind of retrain our legs to hold these poses, all 4 in a row. There's also some strong leg opening poses. We'll stay another breath right here. And extend the arms, take the hands to the hips, elbows to the sky, and we'll come to standing, arms to the side, bend your knees, and take a step or a hop with the feet together, hands to the side. And let's come to the front of our mat. Hands to heart, big toes together or feet apart, whichever feels comfortable. Release the hands, inhale, arms up to the sky. Index fingers together, lifting up and back, and exhale, hinge and fold. Forward fold, top of the head to the mat. Take your hands behind your sacrum, interlace, roll your shoulders up and back, bend your knees, put your belly onto your thighs, and see if you can keep the belly, the rib cage there, and press down into the feet. Lift your shoulders away from the ears, take your hands back down to the sacrum, and switch your grip right here, and then take your arms all the way up and over again. Inhale and exhale, creating space for the shoulders, for the upper back. And exhale, release hands to sacrum. Take the hands all the way down to the mat and beyond, and then step back, downward facing dog. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones. Come over to your plank pose. We'll take Ashtangasana, knees, chest and chin down. 8-pointed chaturanga, toes, knees, chin, chest, hands. One breath here, articulating into the spine, and inhale into cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. Take the ears back, inhale and exhale, and bring it all the way back down. Come to child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, press the palms, lift the upper arm bones. And let all the poses we did find its right and whole place, where it can serve us the best, where we can serve the pose the best too. And gently come all the way back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, come to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And again, we'll step one foot between the hands and come to hands underneath the shoulders, knee to elbow. Turn your right toe slightly out, Skandasana, or it's like flying karate chop, but we're not flying, we're keeping nice and low. We'll stay here for adductors. Open into the hips. One more breath here, and gently come up and over. Second side. Take your left knee over your left ankle, your right heel down, right toes up. Inhale and exhale. We'll do it one more time for good measure, and to make sure that we reached all the nook and crannies for the adductors, the knees, lower back area. Inhale, exhale, coming up and over. Checking it out and see how it feels in those inner knees, in the calves, and then slowly bring ourselves back up to the center and take our hands to the front. Turn your hips, step back, downward facing dog. This time come to plank pose. Lower the knees all the way down, come flat down onto the belly. And this time around we widen the hands and take cobra. Inner shoulder to outer shoulder. Getting some good extension onto the legs, pulling the legs back, pulling the toes back. Inhale and exhale, bringing ourselves all the way back down, hands by shoulders. Child's pose, big toes together. Om Aieem, Saraswatiye, Namaha. Calling upon just making our poses super deep and very meaningful for each part of our body. Like it's like we can buffer it in, like we're writing a book in our body with all of the poses and letting them just come into its right and whole place. And distributing some good awareness into each part of the body. Yoking, binding, doing yoga for the body. Come back up into tabletop, tuck the toes, and come to down dog. This time around, we'll take the right leg up to the horizon, bend the knee again up here, spread the toes, inhale and exhale, and then step the foot between the hands. Come to warrior two, please. Inhale and exhale, arms out to the side, and a nice big long extension from the torso out the left and the right arm. Inhale and exhale. Take your right palm up and back, create lots of space for the right side of the waist, a crescent side body. Take your right forearm to your thigh, sweep the left arm up and over. Take the gaze underneath the upper arm, stay grounded in your legs. Take it up and back, bicep to ear, and take your right fingers inside your right shin ankle, sweeping the left arm up to the sky. Gaze can stay down. We're going to take the left hand behind us and the right arm underneath, finding our extended side angle. The gaze can stay down or the gaze can come all the way up. Inhale and exhale. Release the gaze, release the hands, extend your front leg and come to Trikonasana. Right hand down, left arm up. Press down into the mounds of the big toes. Inhale and exhale, one more breath. And gently take the gaze down, bend your front knee and windmill down towards the front. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Inhale and exhale and stay into your center line. Come forward to plank pose. Lower the knees down, chest down. Widen your hands. Come onto your fingertips. Come up into your cobra. Pull your ears back, lift your belly, and gently come all the way back down. Push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Even out the poses, even out the energy in the body, even out the breath in the body. Tuck the toes, a nice even flow for the whole body. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones. Left leg up to the horizon. Bend your knee up here. One more breath. Step your left foot between the hands. Warrior two, sweep the right arm and the left arm and sinking it all the way down. And taking the gaze over that second middle finger. Flip your left palm up and take it up and back and up and back. Bicep to ear, long side body, forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Gaze underneath your upper arm and then taking it up and back. Big wide crescent stretch. Left fingers inside your left shin ankle. Come into extended side angle. The gaze can stay down. You can take the top arm behind you, interlace. Find your hands. You can take the gaze up to the sky and have a fun time testing our balance. And then taking the gaze back down, separating the hands. And extending to Trikonasana, triangle pose. One arm down, one arm up. Inhale and exhale. And slowly taking the gaze down and bending your front knee and then turning your back toes and stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Come forward to plank pose. Lower the knees, belly down, cobra. Inner shoulder to outer shoulder, ears back, free and clear neck. Exhale, release, come down onto the belly and we'll stay onto our belly. Take the right arm out and come to shoulder stretch. Right arm out to the side, stack your legs or kickstand your left foot behind you. Inhale and exhale. One more breath right here. And exhale, release. Come to the second side and lift your left arm out to the side and come all the way up and over. Either stack your feet or kickstanding, perhaps your right foot behind you. And we give ourselves a few breaths here, stretching into that left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And slowly making your way back and coming onto child's pose, please. Big toes together, knees apart. Inhale and exhale. Coming up to tabletop and making your way to downward facing dog. And then we have a few quad stretches and a pigeon with a quad stretch too. Inhale and exhale. Take your right foot between the hands. Take your left knee down. Take your right foot out on the side. Maybe have your heel on the mat and then turn your toes out so you have a nice external rotation on your adductors. Pull the belly in. Take your left forearm to a block or to the floor and stay there, or take your right arm up to the sky. And the next one will be take the hand to the foot and find your hand and foot and a nice big quad stretch. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Inhale and exhale. And slowly bringing it back down, hands down. This time around, we'll take the right foot in so that we come to Anjaneyasana quad stretch, where we come forward in the hips and stay right here, pulling the belly in, tailbone down, rib cage together, knitted together, like hooking together, and really helping us to stay nice and connected for upper and lower body. And then left hand behind, hand on the inside of the foot, and the right arm up to the sky with your thumb and index together. Press your left hand and your left foot together. And inhale and exhale. And slowly release. And come back down and step back to down dog, please. Downward facing dog, move about, inhale and exhale. And then we'll step the left foot between the hands. Take your right knee down, take your left foot out to the side. Heel can stay on the mat and the toes can be externally rotated out. Right forearm to a block or the floor, or the hand can stay down too. Anything that works. Left arm up to the sky. Openness into the left adductors, hamstring, and the right quadricep, hip flexor. Pull the belly in, knit the ribs together. Maybe find your hand and your foot. Press your hand and your foot together. Take the gaze up towards the sky. Bend your elbow in the back. And give your right quad a nice little nudge. One more breath, and then exhale, bringing it all the way back down. And walk your left foot in and come to Anjaneyasana with your hands on your knee, and you come forward in the hips. And again, knit the rib cage together. Take your right arm behind you and take your hand to the inside of the foot and press your hand and your foot into each other. Take your thumb and your index together and up to the sky. Hand and foot together. Inhale and exhale. And slowly release all the way back down and step back. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your hands from down dog and walk them over to ragdoll. You can walk your feet forward, you can walk your hands back. Second toe forward, heels to the back, feet hip widths apart. And then we'll kind of close those hip openings by taking a forward bend, and inhale and exhale, release the top of the head. Take a few more breaths right here. And release the hands and walk our way forward to down dog. Let's do this. Let's come up onto the toes, bend the knees, and we'll stay here. And then we give ourselves a couple of Shakti waves here, a couple of Saraswatiye waves, even and fully detailed into each and every vertebrae, creating some good mobility, flexibility. And we'll do one more. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, arching your spine and sinking the heels down to downward facing dog. And then we'll take our right leg up to the horizon and bend the knee, spread your toes, step your foot between your hands and take your pigeon pose. Right knee out to the side, and the left foot is over towards the left side of your mat. And we might have something underneath the right hip. Maybe we'll put a block or a pillow underneath if we need to. It can look something like this. So do something that works for your knee and for your ankle. And then we'll come forward and take our forehead to the mat. And either relax right here or actively move about and into your nook and crannies that feels a little tight, and see if you can bring the breath there and untie the knots into the hips. Opening up the right side, the left side with a underlying intention of making a nice even pattern in the body. Right side and left side. Inhale and exhale. And gently coming up to a seat. So from here, lift up so that you're on your right shin and your left knee and the back toes are tucked under. You can sit on something for your right quad. You can lift everything up that you have and take your left hand behind and find your hand around the foot and take your right arm up to the sky for our pigeon pose with a back bend. Inhale and exhale. Pressing hand and foot together. Thumb and index are together on the right hand for even distributing of energy through the body. One more breath and exhale, release. Bringing it back down. Tuck the toes under, hands by the shoulders, and let's get ourselves back to down dog. Take the right leg up and give it a couple of rolls up here in the sky. Inhale and exhale, and then we'll take the right leg back down to the mat. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones, left leg up to the horizon, bend your knee, spread your toes. Do a little kind of preview for the left hip rotation and the left leg underneath us for Pigeon Pose. Left knee out to the side and the left foot over towards the right side. And again, maybe put something underneath your left hip so we can sit nice and even. Back toes tucked, quad down. Inhale and exhale. Walking the forearms forward and coming down to your Pigeon Pose. Prone version, but we get to kind of put our weight down onto our pose. And at the very same time, it's important to hug everything in so the muscles are connected and integrated. And then after we plugged everything in, that's when we can extend things back up. So it's like a even, constant pulsation, hugging in and extending back out. And slowly come back up. And we're gonna magically lift ourselves off of the mat and have only our left shin down and the right toes are under, left hand to the left thigh, and the seat is lifted, and all we have is working right arm behind to keep us in a harmonious, balanced pose. Right hand, right foot, squeeze everything into the midline. Palm is facing into the foot, thumb is up to the sky, and then the left arm comes up with the thumb and index together, and then we press the right hand and the right foot into each other and coming into our pigeon with hand and foot together. One more breath and exhale, release. Hands to the mat, release your back foot and step back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your right leg up to the sky and 3 circles up here. Right supporting leg is bent as well. And the left knee does 3 nice big circles. And then we'll put the right foot back down. Press the palms, lift the belly, and then we walk the feet forward and forward and forward, feet hip widths apart. One more ragdoll to bend the knees, to have the ankles and the hips stacked above and below each other. Inhale and exhale. A few more breaths right here. Sacrum is higher than the lower back. Integrating all of the poses to its right and whole place. Right side, left side, even distribution to the whole body. And release the hands to the mat and come all the way down. And then from here, we can roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. It's like that Shakti wave, but a nice big roll all the way down. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. And then we'll come all the way down onto our back and put the hands next to the hips. Arrange ponytails, and then maybe even take the hands around the mat to kind of just check and see that you're in the center, nice and organized. You can press your upper arms down and hug your shoulder blades underneath you. So when you do come up into your supported bridge pose, it's really only supported by the shoulder blades right now. You can certainly put a block underneath your sacrum as well. We can stay right here, create space for the neck, create space for the hips, the quads, the lower abs. The back of the head is on the mat. And then we'll exhale and bringing it all the way back down. And put your hands onto the base of the quads and get yourself a nice big long spine and the entire lower middle back being elongated by putting some nice even pressure on the femurs. And we'll stay one more breath here, and then we'll take another one. So this is a choice to put the block underneath the hips, maybe a block underneath the upper back. We're going to go straight for the Uttanasana, arms over the head, lengthening the side body, and taking the hands by the shoulders, turning your fingers towards the toes, elbows to the sky, walking your feet in, and then we'll do an abdominal curl and hold everything together, like power up the midline so that we can lift up from here to the top of the head, and maybe walk the hands in, come to the top of the head, up on the toes, and lift up into your Uttanasana. Inhale and exhale. Even distribution with our weight into our hands and our feet. Even breath to all parts of the body. Inhale and exhale. We'll stay a few more breaths. And slowly tucking the chin in and coming down onto the back of the head and all the way down. And it's like we got to take all the poses that we just did and summon them into a back bend. Should we do it again? We'll do it one more time because it felt really good, and I feel like these are all timeless videos, and I know that they will feel good at any time that we have clicked on this class to do it. So we need to do one more back bend because the energies are asking us for it. Let's take the arms up and over. It's like we distributed all the poses with intention evenly to each part, just like Saraswatiye energy of keeping everything nice and even and organized and detailed, and like a song in the whole body. Om Aieem, Saraswatiye, Namaha. Let's place the hands by the shoulders and walk the feet in as tight as you can. Press the hands and the feet, pull the belly in. It's like an abdominal reverse curl. Take the top of the head gently to the mat, come up on the toes, walk your hands in, and from there summon all your powers evenly. Right side, left side, front side, back side, shoulders, hips, arms and legs. One more breath. Right here, moving back and forth a little bit. Using up the energies that are asking us for the second back bend. And then tuck the chin in, and then we'll come all the way back down and take our feet flat, hands by the femurs, and just gently pressing the femurs away and stretching lower back, sacrum area. Give ourselves another few breaths right here. Inhale and exhale. And then leaving the sacrum on the mat, this becomes a different forward bend right after our back bends. Arms inside the legs and hands outside the feet for happy baby pose. And it's necessarily not a forward bend per se, but from what we just did from back bending, it becomes a forward bend. Sacrum down, lower back slightly lifting. Press your feet into your hands, hands into the feet, feet up to the sky. Inhale and exhale right here. And then knees together, hands underneath the knees, and then we roll our way up and extend the legs forward, taking Parsvakonasana, and then we'll taking our bridge upward facing forward bend, plow pose version. Take your inner thighs wide back and apart so that we're sitting onto our seat and onto our hamstrings evenly down to the mat. Feet together if it's available. Lengthen your arms up. Bring your rib cage in and hinge and fold forward. Hands to the outside of the feet. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, elbows to the side. Top of the head towards the feet and shoulders away from the ears. Gently sealing the poses with a forward bend. Gently dialing our energies in and down. Few more breaths right here. Expansion for the spine. and slowly coming up and making sure you have space behind you, and then we'll come and take the legs up to the sky, feet together, and press the palms, press the head, adjust shoulder blades underneath you so that they're supporting you nice and evenly, and then we'll take the legs up and over and toes to the mat. Roll your shoulder blades under, take your hands by the sides of your feet, and here we are with one more forward bend with a different pressure on the spine. Inhale and exhale. Maybe we can hold the feet as we roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, untie any residue in the spine, and asking it to be fully aligned to carry all the knowledge within us and distributing it evenly and with ease to our thoughts. And we'll keep on rolling vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, and then we hug the knees into the chest and squeeze the arms around the legs and hug everything up to the knees. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And releasing all the way out to Shavasana, our resting pose, where we can take one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And we can stay right here and enjoy. You can come along right here for our mudra, our mantra, and our breath. Some of you might be sitting up. Some of you might be laying down to enjoy your Shavasana and just having that nice, even buzzing feeling through the entire body, where all of the energies are simmering down into its right and whole place. We'll take our thumb and our index together and put our palms facing down, keeping our eyes closed. If you have your hands on your belly and your chest, keep them right there. You can put your thumb and your index together there as well, pulling the elbows slightly back if you're sitting, ears back, nice and tall. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Bowing to the energies of Saraswati that keeps our thirst for education going, that keeps our thirst for organizing all of our own things, and to keep us on our path of always learning, higher education all the time. Saraswati, whichever that we're choosing. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Inhale 3 times. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Om Aieem Saraswatiye Namaha. Putting the tongue in the roof of our mouth and inhaling 3, making a nice ocean sound in the back of our neck, of our throat, to have our mind, to have something to hold on to and stay nice and calm and peaceful, and all other thoughts can take a little bit of a break. Here we are, tongue in the roof of the mouth. Inhale for 3, exhale for 3. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go back to normal breathing, automatic breathing, whatever that is for you. Thank you for joining me. And the next video is the mantra of Saraswati with the harmonium, if you'd like to join me. And these
yoga videos, the Hatha Yoga mix videos. I have them under our playlist if you like to check out the other ones. There is another 10 of Pilates. There is another 10 of mantras. At this moment it's 9, but very soon it will be 10. So enjoy them, share them with friends, let me know what you think about them, and if there's something else that you would like to see here on this channel. I will see you back in the next video. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste. Om Aieem. Saraswatiye. Namaha.